think we're good now. I see the bars moving just right. Hey Hugh, welcome man, it's been a while. How have you been? It's great
Hi,
to
Hugh.
see you here. Yeah, okay. We are at King Shaka. This baby you see here is what I'm planning to fly. I don't think I have ever flown with this in a live stream.
What
Should
is
ha
that?
should have a baby in about 8 days, Hugh. Well, congrats, man. Great news.
Congrats.
Uh, is this the first one, Hugh? Oh, by the way, Mark, this is the Beechcraft Staggerwing D17, I
Oh, okay.
believe.
All right.
Oh, Hugh says first one. Prepare, your life is going to change a lot. Hugh, talking with
Yeah.
experience here. But it's a good change, so congrats again. And I saw Christian saying, yo, so hi Christian, welcome to the stream. So yeah, we'll get started very shortly. I have a VFR flight plan, so with this we will be following a highway towards the Rhinos. So hopefully I can keep track of that highway and find it, but we will be departing from runway 24 at King Shaka and following the runway heading for about 18-20 miles and then making a right turn to heading 322. So that's where we should expect to see that highway, and we'll see if we can fly VFR and find the Rhinos, and if I can land this thing, because I have huge problems landing tail draggers. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, they are not easy. You need to like fly parallel to the ground and slow down until your wheels touch the ground and then slow down and put the tail down and apply the brakes relatively slowly because, well, you will tip the nose over if you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I suck at tail draggers too, so you guys will see how miserable I will fail at the end of the stream when we are trying to land. But it's hoping that this will be a fun flight. I'm gonna jump into the cockpit. That's not the correct one. So there is the cockpit of the Stagger Wing. I have to do some setup over here with my controller before even we can start the engine. So I'm gonna request a couple seconds from you guys while I set my throttles. And we will start the engines and find where runway 24 is for takeoff. Hopefully. This thing I had problems with trimming, so trimming is still not that easy in Microsoft Flight Simulator. And we have a new kid in the block. You probably have heard the news about X-Plane 12 being released. People were talking about it. I looked at some videos. I have no plans to purchase X-Plane 12 because of the financial strength that you need to keep buying add-ons for two simulators at the same time. So plus, I don't know, it doesn't bring anything new to the table that I don't have in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So that's where I'm with.
Well, quick
Explain
question
to
for you. What's your local time set to?
my local time.
Yeah, for the airport there. You're obviously not at night, so.
No, 3:55 p.m. local, 1:55 Zulu. So
All right.
so this should give us good visuals. I can roll it back a little bit, but I think I like the clouds and weather
That's
today. So we are going to fly below the clouds, hopefully around 2,000 feet, so that we can see some great visuals. But yeah,
great.
what I was saying, I'm not going to do any move around X-Plane 12, to be honest. Yeah, I usually am on US East Hue. That's where the server is usually. Let me double check. Yep, US East. What kind of ping time is that? Oh, I'm sucking at ping. I'm hoping that's not true. 2 billion something milliseconds. So Microsoft servers are not doing good, I guess.
Let's see where am I? Oh yeah, I see the same. It's really crazy.
I'm not sure if that's correct or not, but well, it is what it is, I guess. We'll see if I can see you guys. Actually, I have to. Ugh, did I turn the traffic options on? I can't remember that, so I'm not sure. Traffic.
Somebody's right behind me. I'm not sure who it is.
Nameplates on. And I'm not sure if I selected all players when loading in. So let me just make sure. Let me go back to the main menu, load it again so that we are sure that I can see you guys around me as well. Okay, I'm gonna go back and then make sure I have. And I'm parking at ramp 35, so that's the general aviation ramp. This is the commercial, or I don't know, like the main ramp, I guess, or the gates. So we are at the GA area, and that's runway 24, I believe. Yep. So flight conditions, all players, yeah, that wasn't selected. And let's roll the time back to where it was, 3:55-ish. I think this is good enough, 3:22. And hopefully now I should be able to see you guys. Come on. Big update this week. Sim update 10 is coming with DLSS support, so we'll see how it improves the performance. I'm really curious to see that. But now let's take a look and see who is around and if I can locate you guys around me. Because I have the nameplates on, I guess, right now.
I'm gonna stop so you can find me here. I haven't seen you.
Hope that ping we have seen is not going to affect our...
oh, there's another player that I saw right behind me. Coco can read. Can you see
oh,
him?
yeah, that's Hugh.
Oh, that's Hugh. I thought it might be. I saw him right away. He was right behind me
The
on the runway.
nameplates are on.
You are invisible so far.
Yeah, you guys are invisible to me as well. So not
Can't
sure
see Coco either?
No, no one. Like, literally no one.
I saw him right away. Right away I saw him. Yeah.
What's my internet speed? I'm gonna run a speed test on the other screen to see if that ping is like due to my internet speed or something wrong with the Microsoft servers.
Oh,
and that might be the reason.
I had the same crazy ping, so it's probably not your internet.
Yep, that's probably why we are not seeing each other, because of that server ping being like crazy.
It just changed to 81 millisecond. I just click on it, click on the drop down on the server, and it'll change to 81, which is more reasonable. That's what happened to me. Okay. Oh, it's back to the crazy number now.
Yeah, it is all not doing. I don't know. My internet speed looks okay. It is showing 300 megabits upload download, so it shouldn't be an issue. What?
You know what? West USA, North Europe are also showing those crazy millisecond pings.
I'm getting some error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. What's going on here?
It's a general internet problem.
No, I hope not. Okay, I started to see you guys now. See that? Okay. I hope the stream goes back to normal, because if we lose it, we lose it. There is no way coming back to this, because YouTube doesn't let you to come back to the same stream. So I hope the stream helps.
The East, West, and North European servers all have crazy ping numbers, all the same too. Yeah.
Looks like it is streaming, but why it's not showing live. Okay, I'm seeing it now.
North Europe went to normal. I'm gonna switch servers and then come back to East.
Latency. Okay, excellent connection. We got the stream back, so okay. We're good now. Let's get back to the aircraft. What we were doing.
Changing servers back and forth, that got the milliseconds down.
What is mine showing now? Well, I don't know. I can try to switch to West USA. Oh, East is like 39 milliseconds now. It looks like it fixed itself. Okay, we're good.
It fixed itself.
Very good.
Where the heck are you? Let's see.
Robelski is saying that we are on east. Oh, I was on west momentarily, but now I see you guys, so we're good. Yep, there you are. Are you flying or taxiing on the grass? I can't tell.
I'm taxiing.
Okay.
I'm on the taxiway, not on the grass anymore.
What kind of aircraft you are displayed on? You are an Icon 5 on my end. Is that true?
Oh, I'm actually. Oh, I'm in the TBM.
Oh, okay. That's that's gonna probably transform into a TBM when we take off. Microsoft Flight Simulator / Transformers had a baby, and that's what this is right now.
Interesting.
Anyway, let's get this thing started, right? Battery is on. Yep. What was that I turned on? Beacon? You know, that's the generators. Beacon light. Oh no, this is the nav light, and that's the beacon. So we are ready to start the engines. Main tank here. Center tank there. And we'll put the magnetos to both. And we'll prime this thing a little bit, but before, let's pull the propeller all the way front. Yep. As well as the mixture. And then give her a little bit of throttle and then prime. 4 times should be enough to start her up. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Alright. Engine is now running. We'll crank the throttle up to 1000 RPM. I love the sound of this thing, by the way. Alright, where is our taxiway? So we have a grass taxiway, courtesy of AutoGen. And then we will take left to runway 24. Good. So what else we need to turn on? Let me look down very quickly. We haven't set the pressure. What's the METAR here? Can we get better information? No. Oh yeah, we do. QNH is reading 1017. Alright, let's set our altimeter. Okay, that looks okay now. And avionics switch needs to come on. There it is. We have just basic radios. No. Do we have a nav radio in this thing? I don't think it does have IFR capability. Nope. We just have a transponder which we will scrap 1200. Let's put it on to standby. And 2 communication radios, nothing like VOR or anything. So we are pure visual today. VFR. Alright, let's bring the yoke back. And we can put the... Yeah, we don't need to put the fuel pump on right now. I think we are ready to roll. Parking brake is off. I'm gonna take a right turn. Lower the throttle. It's hard to see the nose in this thing, so forgive my ignorance if I'm not taxiing properly, because I'm not seeing anything at all. So we will take this grassy taxiway. I don't think this thing has taxi lights, so we have taxi lights in this thing? Nope. We'll put the landing lights on for now. Just a little bit to do. Right. I'm off the taxiway a little bit. But we are on the concrete or pavement. Let's make this left turn. I hope winds are favoring runway 24. I haven't checked. But it is what it is. We are getting close to runway 24, so we are going to take off from runway 24. need to put down some flaps, maybe just one notch to help with the takeoff. Where am I? I'm not seeing a darn thing. Oh, we are still. We need to go a little bit more to runway, so that's fine. Even with the high view, I don't see anything. How do they taxi in these tail draggers? Do they stick their heads from the window and look front?
I think they just looked at the side windows.
I don't know. It's not possible to see anything. I don't know how they do it in real life.
I think they just look to the side. I've seen them fly those things. Yeah.
Like align their nose with the side like this and maintain that side view, you're saying?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm going a little bit faster. I need to slow down because we came to that turn to the runway. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Yep. Alright, that should be the runway in front of us. I made a terrible turn, so you can just by now tell how am I with the tail draggers. Looks like wind favors runway 24 according to that windsock, so we didn't make a bad selection there. Yep, wind is blowing towards us, so that's a good thing. And I think this is the best I can line this thing up. Alright, what else we need to do for takeoff? Fuel pump to on. Pitot heat, I'm not sure if we are going to need it. Weather is quite hot here, but we'll take a look at it later. And we might have to switch tanks sometime later to move to a different tank, but for now we're good. So mixture full reach, propeller full forward, flaps down, taxi in zigzag pattern, Fritz says. Yeah, just to see the taxiway and runway. Alright, I'm gonna increase the throttle slowly, keep back pressure on the yoke, and full throttle now. It should lift the tail. And there we go. And I'm applying some right rudder to keep her on the runway center line as much as I can. 90 miles, this should be able to take off with that speed. There we go, slowly lifting off the ground. Nice. Positive rate, gear is coming up and we are up in the air. We'll follow the runway heading for a little bit. Not little bit, like roughly 18 miles. I need to now pull the throttle back to 30 inches of manifold pressure, RPM to roughly 2000, and then we will play with the mixture as we climb to lean the engine. There we go. Now that will allow you to see through the side. Okay, I got you now. Yeah, was not an expert in tail draggers, so we'll climb 1000 feet per minute. I'm gonna trim the aircraft. That's a nice climb rate, and off we go. Now time to check on you guys to see where you're at. Oh, there you are. I think we can just get rid of the landing lights now. So which was my landing lights? That? No. That? No. Oh yeah, that one is. Okay. Good. See how slow you can cruise with this thing? It's just amazing. I probably need a little bit more pressure or throttle, like 32.5 inches of manifold pressure during climb. And looks like I need to trim the ailerons a little bit because it's banking a little bit. Let's stay around 3000. Let's level off. Oh, there we go. Look at that. I was able to trim in one try. Get to 3000 eventually. We'll pull the throttle back to 30 inches of manifold pressure for cruise. try to maintain the pitch or pitch at 0. And I'll take a look at the aileron trim as well. By the way, how are the volume levels? If it's too loud, the sim is, I can tune it down because I think it is a little bit too much.
Yeah, I would say your engine noise is a little higher than your voice.
Okay, I brought it down now. I hope it improves a little bit. It should be better now. And we are trimmed. Looking nice. Right.
Okay.
Turn right a little bit. What was that heading I told? Runway heading 242. So we need to fly 242. So that's the heading bug. I'm gonna get close to 242 now. This should be enough. It's the weather today. Alright, we don't want to climb more. Bring the nose down. Stay at 3000, please. Throttle to trim that last bit by cutting some throttle to bring it to level. Sim got loud again. What's happening here? Alright, it should be now good. I believe it's I brought it down again. Sure what's happening with OBS, but there are some strange things happening that I'm seeing there. That's interesting. Hopefully this will sort it out. Okay. Thanks, Robelski. Okay, I fixed it, I believe, now. Is it too quiet? You guys let me know if it's too quiet or what. But is it stuttering on your end? I'm not sure what's going on there. Is it smooth streaming? I'm just trying to a bit too quiet. Okay. Let's bring it up a little bit. How about now? Okay, smooth streaming. It's a bit too quiet. I increased the volume a little bit. Okay, that's perfect. Great. So now we lost the heading, so I need to turn right to heading 242 again while I was messing with the volumes, and that should get us to our waypoint or visual landmark where we need to look for a highway down below and then follow that highway towards the Rhinos. It's a little bit more cloudy than I'd like, so I might go down a little bit maybe to 2500-ish to clear the clouds so that I can really see the ground and see that highway.
Are you using any mapping add-on or for the highway, or do you just have the default?
Like, are you asking about scenery, or do I have like a visual?
Yeah, there's roadway add-ons you can get, you know.
No, this is default.
Okay. Yeah.
You should be able to spot that highway. Laps are where? Let me see. They are up, I believe. That's red marker is the flaps gauge. They should be up. And I am diving for some reason. Let's pull the nose up.
cloud is getting pretty low.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to avoid, to see where I'm going.
Almost like fog, because you're near the ocean, I guess.
I hope it clears when we reach to the highway and make a right turn. Yeah. If it's not gonna clear, we might have to descend a little bit to see better. And the wind is pushing us a little bit too. Yeah, I'm gonna get below the clouds a little bit, maybe get closer to the ground to like 1500 feet just to see, and then we will climb again after figuring out where that highway is. Yeah, Fritz, the flaps are up, but I don't think they were up when we asked about it, so thanks for reminding to put them up. I think I forgot to bring the flaps up after takeoff. You guys are with me still, so that's good. And the clouds cleared a little bit, so we should be able to see that highway. That should be like to the right. Or is that the highway? Or is that the highway? Oh, that's a river. I'm trying to see. Oh, this could be the highway I'm looking for right there. Yep, I think that's it. Yep, that's the highway. We'll follow that. How's our speed doing? We are flying pretty slow. This is not... the airspeed is in miles per hour in this thing, not in knots, so... 175, 180 miles, that's roughly what?
Okay. 120 knots, 130
yeah,
knots.
roughly, right? So I need to trim a little bit, and I'm probably going to stay around this altitude because of the visibility I have right now. Should give us the trim we need. Are we still following the road and the river? Yep, we are. Yep, we will follow it like this. And we should see an airport in this direction when we get there. I think I'm gonna use that valley to cross the mountain range without climbing. And we should see Foxtrot Alpha Papa Mike on our course when we get there. That's another visual marker that I have selected to make sure we are on the right course to Rhinos. So we'll follow this river bank that goes along with the road, if I remember correctly. And I did the planning on satellite maps, so it should match to some extent, I would say. But we might have to follow the river instead, because that's going along with the road. But at some point, at some locations I'm losing the highway but seeing the river still. So we will follow the river and then try to locate the airport. But I still see the road going around the mountain right there, so that's what I'm trying to track. And as I said, trimming is still a challenge. We will follow the river, pass through that valley without climbing. And I guess enjoy the scenery for now. Yeah, this we cannot get in in any other simulator like X-Plane or whatever it can be in the future. But I found the highway again, so we will follow the highway and the river. Looking nice. Highway doesn't seem that it's generated properly, but I think we will live with that, right? So there's the highway again.
That always happens.
Yeah, look at that.
Sometimes like, the asphalt disappears, it becomes grass, and then it reappears.
Yep,
yeah.
Yep, but at least...
It's like that everywhere in the world.
Yeah, that's probably AutoGen problem. Hopefully they will fix it, but until they come down to this, there are some more serious things that they need to work on before they can come to the fixing the AutoGen. So that's the highway. We will keep following the highway as much as as closely as we can, and maybe climb a little bit to clear that hill in front of us. Still seeing the highway, which is good, so that's what I'm gonna follow, and we should be able to see that airport in about 15 miles. So electric poles, the valley, so we'll fly. And I'm gonna take a look at you guys. Highway is still going that way, so we see that. We will follow the highway. And you guys are following, alright? That's nice to see. Yep, there is the highway still. So we'll track that.
Is it a divided highway all the way to the park?
It might go into a single lane at some point. But for now, it's a divided one.
South Africa is more developed than you think, right?
I mean, I flew around South Africa, and this is one of the best default scenery places that I have flown, and it was quite enjoyable to fly low and see the buildings and the cities, and just mess around. Yeah. It was great.
Had a little better government, they could really take off that country, I think.
Yep,
I agree. Corruption issues.
So that's the highway curling towards the left. I think if we stay on this heading, we will still see the highway right about there. And we are flying level, so I'm good with the altitude. Oh man, Hugh said he had a CTD. Oh, terrible. Yep, you're not here anymore. That sucks, man. I hope they iron out these issues. So again, highway right there. We will follow and take it to our left side. Some interesting buildings around here, so I'm not sure if these are warehouses or farms or
lots of farming in South Africa.
Right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Those Boers were all farmers, the ones they fought the war with.
Ah.
From the Netherlands, those guys were all farmers. Most of them.
It really looks nice around here, so I enjoyed flying. Probably have to make a slight right turn to again keep the highway on our left side. Yeah, you were right, it turned to grass around here. And then back to... Is that train tracks? Looks like train tracks. Could be. That's the... We are still following the highway, so that's good. And this highway is... I don't know, I wonder what's the number of this highway. I should have looked it up. Google Maps, something. And this highway should take us to that airport or close. Oh, okay. Good luck with the honey-do list. And it was great to see you. And again, congratulations for the baby. We'll see you next week.
Okay, bye.
It looks okay. I hope they fix this oversaturated skies with Sim Update 10, because there has been a complaint for a long time, and I still think the sky is too bright. They need to tone it down a little bit. But aside from that, with the updates and whatever has happened on the road within the last 2 years, I think Microsoft Flight Simulator has came a long way. Oh, there's a crane here. This is the first time I'm seeing cranes in Microsoft Flight Simulator, to be honest. Look at that. Very interesting. Cool. We are flying nice and level. I am not touching the controls. It's just the aircraft doing its thing, but I think I lost the highway. Didn't I?
It went off to the right, but let me see what happened. Just see where it goes here.
I think we lost it. We just passed over it towards the left side of it. I think it's going somewhere there. We should be able to see it again.
Doesn't it go off to that Camperdown Airport? Isn't that's the highway over there?
Oh yeah.
I think that's...
Yeah, and I see a city in the distance, so that might be as well where the airport could be. So I think we are off track a little bit.
Yeah, it's on the right of you, I think. I'm pretty close to it here, if you see where I am.
And highway should be somewhere over there. Is that the highway?
It is. There's a highway right through that Camperdown.
Okay,
airport.
So that could be that.
It's still a divided highway. So it's a major highway.
Let me just go to the right a little bit more. Get close to the highway.
Follow the highway right over it here now.
Okay, I see it now. I think this is the highway. I'm super close. Yep, found it. Right here.
It was easier for me to follow it. I was flying higher than you.
Oh yeah. I mean, the altitude has a play in it when you are trying to look for landmarks. I'm flying around 3,000 just to remain under the clouds.
I went up to 4,000 at one point because my frame rate was suffering when I was too low to the ground.
I think mine is still looking good. Even the streaming software is giving some warnings here and there. If it's smooth on you guys' end, I'm okay with it. Because there is really not a perfect solution. And hopefully they will improve the performance with the DLSS. We'll see how much quality we need to compromise to get decent quality with DLSS. Right, we should see the airport on our left side.
Yep.
I think it's behind that hill because I'm not able to see the airport. But
yeah.
Oh, Phil, that's what happened. I'm not sure if I took enough fuel. I forgot to switch tanks. Let me climb back up. We should see the airport behind us, somewhere in there. Oh, there it is. I saw it right there. So now from here, because we now found the airport, we need to fly heading 339er. That means I need to turn around close to 339er, which is about here, I guess. Maybe just a little bit more. And that should take us. How's our fuel levels? I'm gonna check the fuel. I'm trying to level the aircraft here. And we have some high ground in front of us, so it might be wise to climb a little bit. Where's my fuel gauge? Alright, we still have... well... alright, let's see here. Alright, this should do it. We'll climb like slowly to 4,000 or 5,000. And what we are looking now is a lake behind these hills. That is the next reference. We need to take the lake to our left side and keep flying until we see the highway again. So we are doing good now. Is that the lake? I started to see some water in front of me. Yep, that could be the lake that we are looking for. So we are going to take the lake to the left, which means I need to turn right just a little bit. And I think we have good altitude. We can level off. We are looking to meet with the highway again, so that's the next step. Don't climb no more. That's good. Good. Seems like we are level now. Alright, let me see the chat real quick. Alright, nothing too crazy there. Some farm fields, some water ponds, lake. Do I see the highway? Yep, I do. Right there. Okay, we'll keep following the highway. And that highway should take us all the way to the Rhinos. Or, no, not the Rhinos, another airport, and then from that airport we'll find the Rhinos. So we'll keep following the highway. And the scenery looks great here. Look at that. Alright, I'll keep the highway on my left and follow it. I hope I had enough fuel. 36%, that should be enough. I need to remember to switch the tanks. It's the highway, keep it on the left side. And now again I'm into the clouds, but not too bad, I guess. Good. Looks beautiful outside, isn't it? Right, you are not too far away, I guess, Mark. A little bit higher than I am.
Playing around a bit with the new working title G3000. Haven't tried it for a long time.
Oh, okay. I heard the NXI is coming to the default aircraft permanently with Sim Update 10.
Okay, great.
So Xbox users now will be able to use it because they are going to include that in the code. So completely overhauling the NXI done by working title team into the default sim. So they are going to merge it.
Alright.
Which probably will Xbox Video users will appreciate because they were not able to use any kind of mods. But I think they will like it. The highway, I believe I need to make a right turn to keep the highway on my left side. Should be right on top of the highway right now. Let me see. Yep, right there. And we see where that highway is going very clearly at this altitude, so which is nice. You were right, Mark. Climbing up a little bit helps a lot.
Yeah.
And the scenery, I don't know, man. I mean, I thought about X-Plane 12. You know, there's this long-running claim that X-Plane was superior to Microsoft Flight Simulator when it comes to flight model. Mm-hmm. That has been a long-term claim that X-Plane users argued with others. But I have seen videos, and I didn't see too much difference in that flight model, especially when someone compared them side by side on the same screen. He was doing the same movements, the aircraft was responding the same, and needless to say, Microsoft Flight Simulator was a little bit more responsive on approach because they are using different flight models. I think X-Plane is using a values table where Microsoft Flight Simulator uses dynamic calculations for the prop physics, the wind effects, and everything affecting the airframe. And to be perfectly honest, none of these simulators will match 100% like real life conditions, one-to-one. There will be always differences, and my measurement is the joy that I am getting from the sim, and I think Microsoft Flight Simulator delivers 100%, so I don't feel the need to switch, to be honest. But at some point down the road, just to support the developer, if I can spare some money for X-Plane, I might get it. But again, we don't fly the default aircraft, even though some people do. I think Microsoft Flight Simulator's default aircraft is they have a more selection than they have with X-Plane. The only thing I might do it is the free 737 mod and X-Plane, the Zibo mod, which is a fantastic 737 replication. But other than that, I don't really feel why I should. And the visuals will not look the same. they don't have satellite imagery, so you have to download a lot of satellite imagery to make it look close to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Back in the day, that when I was flying in X-Plane, I had that satellite imagery downloaded to a separate drive. A small section of the country, or a couple countries in Europe, was around 120 gigabytes in size.
Oh, that's crazy.
It is crazy, and I don't want to allocate that much drive space where I can use my internet connection to stream the satellite imagery into the sim, which works decent after sim update 6. I believe we had some connection interruptions and whatnot back in the day, but nowadays it's working great. And I really don't feel the need to switch and give up this visuals that we are enjoying in Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yeah, and visuals are important too.
Yeah, have you flown in any other simulator, Mark, like before this? P3D?
Not for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, long time ago. I flew an Amiga simulator. It was tremendous, but that was
Amiga?
Different era. Amiga, yeah.
Oh yeah, there was a fighter jet game that was my favorite. I think it was called F-14. Fighter Bomber was the name, I believe.
Okay.
And then the other one we played a lot with the friends was a racing game. I'm trying to remember the name. Lotus Turbo Challenge. Lotus Turbo Challenge.
Okay.
Yeah. And the other game we played as kids in Amiga was the Barbarian. We tried to chop each other's heads off. Oh man.
Figuratively, not literally. Yeah.
No, figuratively, in the game.
Yeah.
And there was a fantasy role-playing game that we spent hours in front of the computer with one of my best friends. We still see each other, talk to each other. He's in Turkey. The name of the game was Eye of the Beholder.
Oh, okay.
If you guys remember Westwood Studios, it was done by Westwood Studios. They are not in business anymore. And I think they were taken over by another company in early 2000s. That game at the time did not have like an in-game map that shows you where you are. I remember us drawing a map like step by step to make sure at which level where we are.
Yeah, I had a friend that was really into it like that. He was drawing a map. This is back in the Commodore 64 days.
Yeah.
For a game called Underworld, which is still available if you want to play it on your PC. But,
yeah, there are some emulators that you can do Commodore 64 or Amiga using a Raspberry Pi and play your old games. And most of those games are like copyright free right now because it's been so long they are out and they don't care anymore. So they offer it for free on some websites.
Anyway, he played it for days, like on weekends, and he managed to get about 15% of Underworld mapped or something.
Wow.
And that game got harder and harder the deeper you went into the dungeon. Like, really, really difficult.
Yep. I see what you're saying. And then after being obsessed with fantasy role-playing games, I played Diablo 2 for almost like 10, 11, 12 years. And still to this day, I have some items that I was not able to acquire by killing the bosses or, you know, the elite monsters in there. Still to this day, I have still quite a few missing. Okay, still flying around the highway. That should get us where we need to go. I'm gonna stay on this altitude. I don't want to descend. Trim is acting on me a little bit. I'm wondering if this is a highway connecting two cities that we are following, because Rhinos are close to a city, as far as I can tell from what I saw in the sim. How's my fuel looking? That's one of the worries I have right now. We are getting low. Let me cheat a little bit. 32%, not too bad. We need to switch to the left aux tank. What does it say down below? What valve is that? Lower valve, okay. Let's stay here and use some of the reserve fuel we have. Hopefully that will get us the fuel we need. Because I see the fuel gauge climbing now. We should be good. And I'm losing track of the highway again when looking to the gauges, so let's turn left because highway is over there. I find VFR flying a little bit harder than IFR because you have to constantly keep your eyes outside for landmarks. It is kind of different kind of fun, I guess, but also interestingly hard. Looks good. We are back on track with the highway. It should be curling in front of us. Yep, right there. Curling, going like this and there, so we should keep the same heading towards that spot.
56 nautical miles away.
Okay.
Park.
Okay, so not too far away, I guess. Looks like I have slight fuel imbalance in the tanks, forcing the aircraft to bank left a little bit. Should I adjust the aileron trim just slightly to the right so that we can keep the wings level without putting in too much effort? No.
Still a divided highway way out here in the country.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That highway is... Oh, it wasn't a left bank, it was a right bank. So that should get us level. Yep, good. Follow the highway still. I hope I can land close to the Rhinos without hitting one of them. And I hope there is a spot there that is good enough for landing, like a flat surface of farm field or grass field or something like that. This could be the longest flight I made without using autopilot. But this aircraft is super stable. I like it. Maybe I should do another video with this. And I also have the 18, Beechcraft 18, which came as a famous flyer, I believe, with one of the updates. That one has an autopilot. It can carry some passenger. It is longer than this thing, and it has IFR equipment. Oh, there you are, Mark. You are flying low now.
Yeah.
Over that lake right now.
Beautiful here.
Still trying to merge with the highway and maintain it in sight.
A pretty curvy road.
It is, right?
You can build over the lake, of course. On my right now.
We should be getting close to that next airport that we were talking about. What was the name? Let me try to remember. Lady something, Lady Smith or something. Lady Smith Airport. Foxtrot Alpha Lima Yankee. Maybe I should check the VFR map to see if it's close. Don't see nothing here. Doesn't this display the airports close to you? I'm not sure.
It's supposed to, but I don't see that right now. I just see my destination.
Well, we'll just remain on the right side of the highway, and that should take us, because I believe that airport is close to another city around the area, or town, which is the town of Ladysmith. And that's the highway going in the distance, and there should be the town we are looking for right in front of us, somewhere in the distance. I'm still making a right bank, so why my trim is not working? I overdid that this time. Good.
TBM was easier to fly manually for a while, and then it got really tough. It was fighting me all the time, so I just finally switched to autopilot. I just gave up on it.
Yeah, this one doesn't have one, so I have to manually control the trims and make sure it's flying level. We are still slightly banking to the right, so I need to bring the trim more to the left.
El Mirador Airport on my left, 12 nautical miles at my 10 o'clock. That's the only airport I see nearby.
Okay. You said El Mirador?
El Mirador.
Interesting. The one that we are looking for should be in front of us. At the end of this highway, we should see the town of Ladysmith, and the airport is the airport of that town. I'm pretty sure it's a regional. Let's get back on the highway. I'm gonna check the fuel one more time.
There we go. Finally got the 3D terrain to work.
Ah, good. I'm losing the highway again. Let's turn right.
Could be somewhere between you and me. Your left, my right, I think.
Yeah, I'm just trying to aim where it goes on beyond the hills in front of me, so instead of banking left and right to stay on the highway, I just look to the distance and try to figure out where it's going.
As I say, I was trying to follow the highway, but my arm got too sore fighting the stick all the time. But it was so smooth starting out this plane, and then after a while it just starts to misbehave. It's really
That's
strange.
interesting.
And it was brutal even trying to get the autopilot to engage. Like, it just wouldn't do it for a while, and then finally, after many tries, completely ignore the altitude setting and all that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the new working title mod I'm using, but these bugs are supposed to be worked out, so I don't know.
Are you also using the TBM improvement mod?
No.
Oh, there's a mod for that thing that
Oh, okay.
adds a lot of stuff to that aircraft, like you can open the doors and whatnot.
If it improves stability, I'll be happy.
It improves the torque logic, the engine performance,
Okay.
and some other things. It's under flightsim.to if you want to check. Hey, okay. Captain Safety, welcome. It's going great. We are just flying VFR over South Africa. It's good to see you here. You told something about moving back to Turkey. Are you back in Turkey now? Captain Safety had a lot of good simulation gear, like a cockpit and other stuff, but he said he's gonna sell them all to move back to Turkey. You are in Belek near Antalya. That's great. The touristic region where you have a lot of 5-star holiday resorts. That's what Belek is famous for. I have been to a couple of those resorts myself when I was in sales business in Turkey for the sales meetings and the conferences.
Rough life there, I can tell.
Huh? What was
rough life, eh?
Oh yeah, it was a rough life living in 5-star resorts for a week, enjoying all the food for just attending a sales meeting. That was very rough.
Oh, that's right on the south Mediterranean coast of Turkey there. That's where you were. Yeah.
Yep, that's where Belek is, the southern coast, Mediterranean coast.
See it here.
Yep.
Yeah, I see it.
When am I coming again? Planning to visit Turkey next year, around May. I might, I need to wait for the schools to close, and then we will probably travel for a month back to Turkey to visit parents. But before that, I'm trying to get my parents to visit us here, so they are going to go to the embassy in Turkey for their visa appointment. Yeah, I'm planning to come to Antalya, actually, Captain Safety. My brother lives in Alanya, so I will be very close. I might pay you a visit.
Oh, those resorts in Belek look really tough. I don't know how you handled that.
Well, here is the thing,
My
Mark.
goodness.
If you there are different things. So most of those resorts, they sell their rooms to agencies, like the travel agencies, like let's say Expedia, right? They say they sell 100 rooms to Expedia, and Expedia decide on their own pricing based on the contract with them. So you might get a room cheaper on a travel agency than you are trying to book directly with the hotel.
Yeah.
Mary Grace, greetings to Portugal. Thanks for the sub. Appreciate it, and welcome to the stream. Just a backstory, we are flying over South Africa to see the Rhinos, and we are getting close, so I'm gonna turn left a little bit, trying to maintain the highway in sight, and hopefully we are close. So let me see if I can locate an airport or a town around us.
Go back to the sim here.
No, we should keep following the highway, because the town is off the highway, so that's towards to the right when I was doing the planning. And we will come back and land there later on, but we need to stay on the highway to get to the Rhinos. Or you know what? We might try to find the airport too. It should be somewhere over there. The highway should branch off in front of us, taking us to that town. So we might have to look for that intersection to find the town. And flying towards left from that intersection should take us to the Rhinos. Maybe we should just do that and find that intersection first, and then fly towards the Rhinos and then come back for the town. Fuel is what I most worry right now, but when we find the Rhinos, which we will with the remainder of the fuel I have, we will magically refuel with the imaginary fuel box right next to the Rhinos. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Let's keep the highway in sight. That intersection shouldn't be too far away. Do I see anything that looks like an intersection? Maybe down there, next to that hill. I'm not sure, but there should be an intersection somewhere here.
I'm not sure why it's saying the Rhino Park's at 11,000 feet. I don't think that's true.
What? No, that's not true.
Big news.
It can't be. Like 11,000? No. Probably not.
1,400 feet.
Rhinos should be somewhere over there, towards our left side. I'm just looking for that intersection. And could that be that intersection? Right below us? That looks like an intersection. Is that a road? That looks like a road. There's a bridge I see there. Yeah, I think that's the intersection. I'm gonna try my chance by turning left, following that intersection.
Have to turn left eventually.
I think.
What about that branch off there on the left? Maybe that's the road to the park.
Yep, there should be the intersection right here. Going into the distance right there. That should take us to the Rhinos. It's not an highway anymore. It more is like a country road-ish.
Yep. Country roads take me home.
Yeah. Take me home to the Rhinos. So we will follow this stretch of road. And that lake is the other landmark I had, which needs to stay on our left while we are following this road. And I think that's the intersection. We were on the correct one, and there should be another lake after this behind those hills, and that is where we should see the Rhino Park.
Yeah, I think I'm already behind those hills.
Oh, thanks Captain Safety. Greetings to Turkey. I wish you well. See you next time. Should I start going down a little bit? I'm not sure.
Pretty high elevation around here.
Yeah, it is high, but the park is so close. So that's the lake, and there should be another one in the distance. I'm gonna try to lower my altitude slightly and try to get down to maybe 4,000-ish. Reduce the power just a little bit.
Do the same here.
Because this road is not as obvious as the highway, so I don't want to lose track of that country road. And that next one is the other lake, I believe, that I see in the distance. You are very close to that lake, Mark, as far as I can tell. You should see it on your left. That is the other lake that should be close to the Rhino Park.
12 nautical miles out, and I'm going right over this big long lake here.
Okay. Yeah, after that one you should see the other lake. That is the one close to the Rhino Park. And I'm gonna start descending like this and get closer to the ground, because I think because of the drawing distances, even if we are there, if we are not low enough, we might not even see the Rhinos. That's, I guess, a sim limitation. And you should see some round shapes on the ground close to the Rhino Park. I'm not sure what they are, but they literally look like round farmland or some landmarks made by someone. like the ones that they made in where Great Britain was it, where they made like UFO shaped like landmarks on farms to mess with people.
And those weren't real UFO landings?
Yeah.
Right.
You are closer than I am. You might have to. You might see the rhinos before I do.
9 miles out.
Do you have like the park marked on VFR map or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then looks like I am on the right track too, based on your location. I'm right behind you, probably at the same heading, following you.
It describes this destination as Custa, C-U-S-T-A.
Oh, okay.
And I am 3.5 minutes away.
Probably a little bit longer than that, but close. And rhinos should be right next to that hill in front of you, right? That's the park.
Yeah.
Okay.
Geez, I feel like 4,500 feet's a little too low here.
Oh, really? I am coming down to 6,000 right now.
I'm going to end up crashing into the hillside if I stay this low.
Do you have enough like flat land to land the TBM? Because that requires a little bit of more runway than I do.
No, I visited the park earlier and I might be okay there. I'm not sure.
Okay, I'm gonna probably level off at.
Small plane.
I'm gonna probably.
Was easy.
I'm gonna probably level off at 5,000 and then see if I can then visually spot the park and land somewhere and go check the rhinos and then maybe take off, come back to this town, Ladysmith, and land to that airport. Because we started the stream an hour or 15 minutes ago, and I think we are going to stop at Ladysmith and go to Johannesburg in the next stream with something that can take off from that runway. I'll look into what aircraft we can use to get there. That's good enough. I'm gonna level off just here and fly the rest like this. Did you find them?
I'm not quite there yet.
Okay.
A little embarrassment there.
I see the other lake, so I'm very close. Not as close as you are, but I am on track. A helicopter might have been a better fit to see the rhinos, but man, if we have used that one, it would be super long stream to get here with a helicopter.
Still be going tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
You have to skip work and everything.
Yeah, I'm fine with this, and I enjoyed flying Beechcraft 17. It was a very stable flight and enjoyable without the autopilot, so I'm good. Oh, these are these round shapes that I was talking about. Right here I'm seeing them. And I think there are more close to the park. Super close now. Should be a little town right before the Rhinos, and I think that town is behind this hill in front of me.
Possibly could land around here somewhere.
You are trying to land now?
I'm just trying to get down. I was too high up coming over the hilltop to the park. You have to. I mean, a little lower than about 5,500 feet, you're going to be in trouble. Went in from where I was.
Yeah, I know. I need to pass this lake first.
Coming down here. There's some kind of town here. I don't know what it's called.
Looks like I'm seeing the park because I think I have that landmarks turned on when I was trying before the stream and forgot it on. That should be the mark.
Circling the park. Yeah.
Okay, that should be the mark where the park is. Great.
Lose altitude.
We were able to find it without too much assistance, which is great. Call it a successful VFR flight if I can land properly. That is the question now. Should I start slowing down? Here. I think I should start slowing down the aircraft to get ready for landing until think about flaps and everything else. I see you are circling. Are you trying to find a spot to land?
Just trying to get low enough to see the Rhinos, but I think they're all in shadow from the hilltop.
Oh, no, really?
So it's difficult, yeah, to see them. Sun's going down a bit here, so
I'm gonna lower my altitude, maybe get close to the ground. Cut the throttle more, like to 20 inches of manifold pressure, trim up so that I don't descend like crazy, and bleed some speed off too. Alright, looks like I'm descending slowly and losing some speed.
Okay, I've landed.
Okay. Any sights of Rhinos?
I'm gonna circle back and see if I can see them. Yeah. Towards the park. I have to get across the river first.
Oh, there's a river there?
Yeah.
I might want to avoid that too.
I think GA will go through it. It looks shallow. Through. Yeah, it's just a few inches of water here.
Okay, so it's like a creek maybe? Yeah, I started to see the landmark. That's definitely, I forgot to remove the landmarks. Oops. No. Not a good time to lose the engines. Come on. Okay, I still have some fuel in one of the tanks. Good. We are definitely magically refueling the aircraft.
Magically?
Yeah. Time to go full mixture, full throttle. And think about the flaps, cut the throttles. Push the aircraft down. I'm gonna try to land right there after those trees in front of me. Wish me luck. Full flaps now. Trying to control the speed. Should approach right here in between those trees and try to put the wheels down after that creak. I hope I don't hit some of those rhinos when I'm trying to get this thing down on the ground.
They're all in the shadows here. I'm right in front of them.
Oh, I see them now. Okay, I hope I won't be able to stop before it's too late. Oh, man.
Collide with the rhinos, it'd be persona non grata in the park.
Oh, no, I crashed. I told you. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna start where the rhinos are, because I'm not flying all that way back to rhinos. Man, that was bad. I was trying to get down impatiently, and
collided with an object called the Earth.
Yeah, something like that.
They're grazing in front of me right now.
I'm gonna find you. I'll be probably up in the air, flying above, and I'll try to land again and see if this time I will be successful. I was too fast.
Oh, there's a baby rhino and a mother here.
Oh, nice. Really?
Little baby rhino. Amazingly well animated. Like I say, they look better than some of the people in Simulator, so.
I'm gonna turn around, come back for landing, and cut the speed. Because I'm super high. It put me up to like 6,000 feet.
There you are.
Here. I'm just trying to turn around, slow down, and find the best spot to land again. But I need to fly low, level, and reduce some speed. Bleeding some speed off very quickly. Flaps are down. Maintain roughly about 90 knots. Turn around and try to see where you are. There you are. Okay.
Here you come.
This will give me enough distance to properly land and slow down. You know what happened? I might have tried to land with the landing gear up. I forgot that this had a landing gear.
Retractable.
Oh yeah, retractable landing gear. That's
the front gear, or the rear one's probably just left.
Rear one is like left there. The fronts are retractable, and I forgot about that and didn't bring the landing gear down. I was probably okay if the gear was down and landing, but now here I am coming down.
Well, I guess I'll watch. I'm kind of scared.
Gonna aim to pass towards those trees in front of me. Fly close to the ground. There are some trees. I don't want to hit the trees. That's the problem. Yep, this is not gonna work.
It won't hurt.
This is not gonna work. I need to go around and come back. Like the
Only
trees are the scary part. If I can avoid the trees, I'll probably be able to land. But with the trees in there, from that side I approached, it's not possible. So I'll come back.
Trees won't stop you, but buildings will.
Yeah. Trees? I had occasions where I hit a tree and
stopped.
Crashed. The sim crashed.
Weird.
Saying I crashed.
Obviously, it works differently for different people.
Yeah, could be that.
Very strange. Looks like you're earlier in the day than me. I'm gonna back up my time a bit here.
I'm gonna try to use this open field with no trees right in front of me, and then maybe taxi where you are.
Back up the sunshine here. That's better. That's nicer. There you go. Looks like you
Jumpy landing.
made it.
Jumpy landing. It's just tail dragger. It jumps. Alright, I got it on the ground. Terribly.
Oh,
I got it on the
very
ground.
Good.
Alright, it's time to bring the flaps up, turn around, and come to you.
About a dozen animals.
I don't want to speed up too much. Coming.
Oh, I'm crashing. Gone.
I don't know if a bush plane might have been a better choice here, like the Piper Cub or something. But I am almost there.
I'm no longer there as my sim crashed.
Oh, really? Oh, no.
Or I'm restarting.
At least I'm gonna get close to the Rhinos. Take the drone camera maybe, take a look. We can pass through this water. Like you said, it is a couple inches deep. Not a huge deal. Oh, now I see them Rhinos right in front of me. They are. Yeah, this is very narrow and short grass field to land and aircraft, like regardless of how. A bush plane might be a better option because of their stall characteristics, they can land in short distances.
That Shaka Ultra flies so bloody slow that you don't need hardly any space to land it.
Yeah, I don't know if I would be better off with a Cessna 152 here. I get closer to these things. Looks like they are not scared of a plane.
No, they're not. They don't react to.
Set the parking brake and take the drone camera. There you guys are. Hello. Oh, they have nice models though. Like
really nice, yeah.
They are really looking nice.
They're the best.
Yeah. And that is the baby I guess you were talking about. There are two baby rhinos here that I see. One over here next to the mama. Enjoying this fresh green grass, I guess. There's another one.
They're always
over here.
hungry.
Which animal isn't? Like they eat wherever they find food. Very nice. Very nice. Are you up in the air? Are you trying to land again? Should I wait for you and turn around, take off, and get towards the town?
I'm coming back. I'm gonna.
Oh, you're trying to restart the sim. Okay.
I'm restarting. Yeah. It was just out with my drone camera, and I heard that horrible click, 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 and then I knew I was finished, and the thing shut down. Yeah. Because I overclocked my GPU. That's probably the reason.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it could be.
Make it unstable. Yeah.
I see another aircraft. I hear another aircraft, but it feels like a prop aircraft around here. There we go. Screenshot.
Color in the hills there.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you. I'm gonna turn around and head towards, what was that town? Ladysmith.
Okay.
We should fly heading 105 from the Rhino Park to get there.
Alright. You can drive right through the Rhinos. They don't seem to be affected by anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're a little bit like people on the taxiway. Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Run them down. Doesn't matter. If you go through them, you can see their interiors.
Oh no, I'm not interested in veterinary business.
No, I cannot join you. I'm afraid I'm in crash mode here. So.
Oh really?
Yeah,
do you need to like restart the computer or something?
I probably have to do a restart. Yeah.
Then I'm turning around, and if you spawn up in the air, you should be able to catch up to me.
Okay.
Because that's gonna take some time to get there.
All right. Well, I'll see you on the other side.
Okay. Bye bye, Rhinos. I am back up in the air. Takeoff was easier than landing. Alright, heading to Ladysmith. Just a little bit more and we will be there. Not too much left. We need to clear that hill in front of us and we will be at the town of Ladysmith. Should be right behind that hill. Coming towards there after that lake, we should see another one on our right, which is this one over here, and then the town should be back there. You should see the airport very shortly. It shouldn't be too far away. Not sure if you can spot from outside. It should be behind this hill down somewhere there in the distance. Should fly the same heading. We will see the airport very shortly. All right. We are close. We'll see where the airport is very shortly and land and finish the stream there. Could be right in front of us. I'm still not seeing an airport, but it should be somewhere there. Still no sign. Is it beyond that hill? Maybe. Is that the airport? No, doesn't look like an airport. Yeah, we'll see where it is. As well be a grass strip instead of a concrete field. Let's keep going like this. It should be in front of us, maybe behind that hill. Maybe that's the airport. I cannot tell right now. Still trying to figure out where the airport is. And the scenery is loading as we get closer, so that might be why I'm not seeing it. Should get down a little bit. Try to find the airport. should be very close now. I think it's before, after this hill in front of us. Let's see if we can spot the airport after passing through this hill. This road should take us there, no doubt about it. Still not seeing an airport, so maybe after that hill, maybe that's the airport. It could be. I cannot quite tell yet. I'm gonna keep following the road until we get there. It's after this little hill in front of us, following the road. We should be able to see the airport. The visibility is not great in this aircraft. There are too many things blocking the view. It makes it hard to spot the airfields. The airport should be somewhere here. Still no sign. Maybe we still need to go a little bit more before we can spot the airport. Should be close. Should be very close. Could it be a grass strip in front of us? I'm definitely not seeing an airport around here. Maybe it's back there, way in the distance. Let's keep this heading for now. See if we can find the airport and then maybe do a procedure turn and land.
Hello.
Hi, welcome back.
Thanks. Glad to be back.
I am close, trying to figure out where the airport is. Not seeing anything close by, so...
I think it's called Harris-Smith.
Okay.
Harris-Smith. I'm heading for it, but I'm 24 nautical miles out.
Okay. Yeah, oops. No. Don't climb. Just stay there and try to find...
north of the Rhino Park, basically.
Could it be a different one than I looked at? Because
the only Smith I saw was this Harris-Smith.
Yeah, Harris-Smith is north. There is another one towards east called Ladysmith, and that's where I am headed. But it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I should be close. And
there
I should be close and seeing the airport. Is that the airport in front of me? I think I found it. Yeah, looks like I found it. in front of me is, I believe, the airport. It looks like airport. No lights, obviously. I was looking more or less like a grass strip, but I think this is the airport. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get down there and land there. So which means I need to slow the aircraft down. That looks like an airport to me. Regardless, I am landing there whether it's an airport or not. I am bleeding the speed. Need to get down a little bit more.
There you are.
This looks good. Yep, I see some lights. That's definitely an airport. Let's go flaps 1. Very narrow airstrip. Yeah, they even have puppy lights, so this is an airport. I found it. There are no buildings, it's just a runway. Should be able to land here, no problem. There we are. I think I'm down. I'm bumping. Now I'm down. Just bumped a little bit. Down now. Pull off to the side because there are no buildings, just onto the grass. Stop here maybe. Good. Oh, I see you now. Landing lights off, avionics off, engines stop. Let's see here. Generators off and battery master off. We landed in the middle of Africa. Get out of the aircraft now. There we are. Right, we are looking for you, Mark. I'm just seeing the runway. I lost you again, though. You disappeared.
I was here.
Okay, what happened?
I was trying to switch back to the Discord because it disconnected, and while I was away from that, my plane disconnected from the air.
Ah, man.
I'm just
all right.
No problem. I can get back here right away.
Okay.
And
well, I think this was a nice flight, to be honest.
Yeah, those Rhinos are well done, I think.
Yeah, they were well done. I wonder where the giraffe and other animals are in South Africa. That was a nice flight, flying VFR.
They should do more animals, yeah.
Yep. Terrible landing. Forgetting the landing gear was not a good thing, but I think it was fun. That's what matters, I guess. And I hope you guys enjoyed it as I did. Thanks for joining again, Mark.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, thanks for being here in this flight. Appreciate it.
No problem. I'm about to land.
Okay. Let's see where you are.
There we go. Full flaps.
Oh, there you are, coming.
Coming in the icon.
Okay, we are waiting for you.
Coming down. Coming down fast as I can. It starts you out too high, so. Oh, that's another question for you. I noticed that some people in another sim, they were, or another group flight, they were able to edit the altitude at which they started off, you know, in midair. I haven't been able to get that to work.
I tried. So there's a navlog button when you plan the flight in the world map menu.
Right.
There's a navlog and it tells you the altitude. You can enter a different one, but I never had success with my own selection. It was always putting it to me to where it thinks I should be at.
Okay.
I'll give it another try, but that's where you set the altitude.
Oh.
I see you coming now.
Okay.
There you are.
May not have too much runway left here. I came from just ahead of the runway, dropping down from 6,000.
The rest is grass. I think you should be fine. That aircraft can stop in a very short distance.
Yes,
I never thought about the A5. You could have flown with that too, and landed on those lakes. Yeah. Okay. Oops. I think it's time to end it here. Get back to the stuff around the house. But it was a fun flight. Thanks for joining. Oh, same here, but it started raining last night. It still is raining. I won't be able to mow the grass. I think I have to do it next day. But that blows air through those coils. But I already looked at before the stream. They are clean. There is no dust, debris, anything. The compressor seems to run. I touched it. It's making the right sounds. It's not making any weird sounds that makes me think that it has a broken internal part or something. So I'm gonna see what the deal is. Maybe the temperature sensor is the next thing that comes to my mind, which is inside the fridge. It might be malfunctioning and not reading correctly, which probably throw the compressor and the other stuff off. Yep. Yeah, I think it was 5 for LG when we purchased it. Same for the coils and the closed loop cooling system. I'll see. Yeah, I'll see after this. Thank you. I know. I don't want to buy any one. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's what I did with ours too, because that's not too hard.